So what's up, people? It's your boy Midwest Ninja bringing you another motovlog out of Chicago, and today I wanted to talk about the importance of lane position and how your lane position can potentially kill your ass. Alright? So it's one of those things that riders think about, but they don't focus on entirely throughout the entire ride, okay? So, of course, we all know that, or actually, no, let me change that. For those who are new to riding a motorcycle, for every lane that a car can be in, that's split into 3 lanes for a motorcycle. So as of right now, I'm riding in the left track of my lane. I can move to the center track of my lane, and then I can move into the right track of my lane. And the reason we have this track right here is to avoid obstacles that may be in the road. If I was riding forward just like this and there's a pothole coming in that left track, guess what? I can just move over to the right track like this. And if there's another pothole coming up in the right track, I can move back over to the left track like this. You know? So we have all of this great room that we can utilize for ourselves right there. Now, lane positioning is the ability to put yourself in a position where you can see and be seen by other drivers out here. So right now, I'm in the left track. That is your default lane position. And if I was stopped at a light at an intersection, that would be the default lane position I'd want to be in, simply because it will set me up in a position where I can see far down the road, but then again, other car drivers can see me. So in the diagram here, you know, if I was, say, stationed behind a semi-truck with a huge trailer on it, if I was in an LP3, according to this diagram, do you think the cars coming up could see me as I'm sitting behind that semi-truck? I'll probably say no. I mean, honestly, if there was some really hungry person planning on going to a McDonald's, I would be T-boned right there, okay? And that's a bad position for you to be in, so it's really important to pay attention to where you are in your lane at all times. Now, if you go back to that diagram, if I were to simply move that rider back to LP1 and place them about 20 feet behind that semi-truck, now do you think that drivers coming the opposite way will be able to see him? Heck yeah, that's the point right there. So that right there is lane positioning, but it's not just for cars to see you coming the opposite direction. It can also save your life from being rear-ended. You know, if right now I'm riding on Lakeshore Drive, but let's say I was at a stoplight right here and I chose to be in this lane position when I came to a stop or when I was slowing down. The problem with being in this lane position when slowing down or coming to a stop is that your brake light isn't lined up with the driver of the vehicle behind you, okay? So as I'm flashing my brake lights like that, the driver could be on their cell phone, they could be adjusting their radio or some sort of stupid thing like that, and they may not see your light flashing, so next thing you know, you're getting rear-ended. You're having a real bad day from that already. So if you're ever coming to a stop at an intersection, the best thing you want to do, you want to make sure you're in that far LP1. That way you are lined up with that driver, the driver in front of your mirror, but at the very same time, that driver behind you is perfectly lined up with your tail light. You know, as you're coming to a stop, if you don't have modulating tail lights, you can tap that brake, tap your front or your rear a few times, activate that tail light, try to grab their attention to the best of your ability. And if you grab their attention, guess what? You just prevented yourself from being rear-ended and having that real bad day. Now, when it comes to lane position also, lane position, I mean, we all know that when it begins to rain, hey, your lane position can really help you out. You don't want to be in that center track because you have all types of oil, antifreeze coolant. All that stuff leaks from a car. But on a dry day like this middle track isn't so bad. However, even still, depending on where you are in your situation, that track could change at any moment. Now, one big rule I do have is do not become static in your lane. I don't like constantly just riding in the left track, or I don't like constantly being stabilized in the center track. What I like to do is every once in a while, probably every 2 to 3 minutes, I'll do a little counter steering exercise, or I'll play the game of dodge the pothole. or dodge the manhole covers. And the reason why is because, you know, road hypnosis is real. Car drivers can be driving for a while and they can look down, or they can just completely zone out. Even though you're right in front of them, they become inattentive and they won't see you, or they'll forget you're there. So, you know, swerving from side to side every once in a while lets that car driver know, hey, there's a motorcycle still in front of them. And it makes them answer note with them. They're like, what the hell is wrong with this motorcycle rider? Why is he swerving like that? Guess what? That swerving just got stuck in their head, because now they're thinking about you swerving. So now they're backing off of you and they're worried about you. That's what you want. You want them worrying about you. So don't become static in your lane either. Now, whether or not you choose to ride in default lane position can change. Your default lane position can change also. So if I'm on the expressway and that lane right there was a shoulder, you know, if I had a bunch of cars, if I was riding in the slow lane, I had a bunch of cars just blasting by me, I may not want to be in this far right or far left lane right here. I may be more comfortable in the far right of this lane, closer to the shoulder. And this will also set me up so that if the car in front of me slams on his brakes, I can hit the escape path in the shoulder and I'll be just fine. Okay? So it's something you really want to think about when you're out here riding your motorcycle. And it's something you don't want to get lost, on. You don't want it to go to the back of your mind as an afterthought. You want to keep that nice and fresh. Always remember and be perceptive of your lane position, okay? If you're coming to a stop at a stoplight, make sure you're set up to the point where, hey, if I'm coming to the stop, I'm going to avoid being rear-ended by setting myself in the best position possible. Actually, here goes a perfect example. Traffic is building up right here. Now, at this point, I want to make sure there's no cars coming up on me, but then I want to set myself up in a lane position to where I'm lined up with this truck's mirror right in front of me. This, his driver's side mirror. That way, if some car forgets to brake that's right behind me, I'd rather take a grazing blow, you know, a blow to the side that'll knock me over there, than to take a direct, you know, hood blow from a car directly behind me. So it's something to think about and keep in mind. You know, I'm out here trying to give this advice in the hopes of keeping riders safer, and, you know, reduce the amount of rider fatalities across the United States and hopefully across the world. And if I can reduce one rider fatality, hey, this channel was a success for me. And that's what it's all about. But once again, if you like this video, you like the advice, throw a like on this video, subscribe to this video for more. No, subscribe to this channel for more videos upcoming in the future. And share this. I mean, there's no point in not sharing this knowledge, because if you can help your fellow riders stay alive too, guess what? That's great for all of us. And that's why I'm making these videos. So share this video, subscribe to this channel, and get ready for a ton, because once it warms up, once it gets to the point where it's a constant 50 degrees, I'm going to be out here filming all the time, and I'm going to be out here making motovlogs. And I'm actually going to go to some MSF lots, and I'm going to put together some obstacles for you guys. I'm going to show you how to cheat the MSF program and show you how to pass that test with relative ease. So stay tuned to this channel. Once again, Midwest represent, because Midwest is always represented for the Chi-Town right here. And until next time, my ninjas, peace.